Yeah,
Wins in
Yargo's
4 of his last 5.
He's a complete threat. Excellent.
Oh, Tsarukyan backs him up. Tsarukyan is pouncing now.
This is it. They're heavy shots.
Hammering away with the left, now away with the right. This one could be close to done. Wow, Armand Tsarukyan. That's what he wanted. An exclamation point and a first-round finish in Vegas.
Boys and girls, how are we doing? Welcome back to the full-time show. Hope everyone is doing all good. Today we are back with Pick'em UFC Fight Night. Tsarukyan. Hang about.
Tsarukyan.
Tsarukyan versus Gamrot. Now, a lot of people when this fight was announced as a main event were like, oh, this shouldn't be a main event. It's a great stylistic matchup. I love Arman. I love Arman Tsarukyan, right? I think he's a great fighter, future title contender. Him and Islam will rematch one day, and Tsarukyan will have a full camp in the lead up to this one, because I believe their first fight was on short notice. Gamrot, he's got good hands, good wrestling, but of course Tsarukyan is a heavy favourite in this one. We've also got Neil Magny versus Shavkat Rakhmonov, a big hype job. I'd love to see him against Khamzat in the future. I guess like the winner of this fight should maybe fight Khamzat, because Khamzat wants to fight. He does want to fight Bilal Muhammad in October, but I know he said he wanted to fight in August as well. So maybe, because Neil Magny really wants to fight Khamzat. Shavkat Rakhmonov, Sonzo has to go. That would be a great fight as well. Yeah, let's see what happens. It's a solid card, you know, not as good as last week's card. Last week's card was absolutely phenomenal, by the way, lads. Can we just talk about it real quick? We'll have a quick chat and then we'll get on to our predictions. Do not want to waffle too much. But this one, I don't want to call it a robbery, but I thought Cater won. Kevin Holland showing off the submission skills. Very good performance from Kevin Holland. He could be a problem at welterweight. Who knows? Showed improved takedown defense as well. Buckley as well showed a lot of improvement. And maybe he's only one fight away from a ranked opponent. Or next fight could be a ranked opponent. But yeah, all finishes here. Absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, well, let's go on to Pick'em now. Not golf. Okay, lads. We start with Vanessa Denopoulos versus Ji Young Yu Frey. That's not a very American name, but she's American and she looks American, so not gonna judge her. Vanessa Denopoulos did have a UFC fight. Don't know if she's had more than one. She fought Gomez Suarez, who fought on the Singapore card, 275. She won by first round KO. In her fight with Demopoulos, she dropped her and then Demopoulos submitted her from the bottom, I believe, as well. It was like an armbar or something, I can't really remember. But she's a pretty big favourite. But you never know with the women, you know. We saw this weekend with Jasdavicius getting very dominantly beaten. She was like a -333 favourite. It's still going on, to be fair. Jasdavicius and Silva are fighting behind me. But I just wanted to get on here and talk about the prelims for you lot. First of all, we started with Roman Dolidze against... Did Jasdavicius just get dropped? But we're going to go Ji Yu Frey. Brian Kelleher versus Mario Bautista. Brian Kelleher, he's a fighter, this lad is. He's a big fighter. He's an Irish lad, even though it says America. I think he's like part Irish. He's coming off the loss to Habib's cousin, which he was like utterly dominated, and he got a win at the start of the year. So this is his third fight in June. That's what you call active. I don't know if this one's at featherweight or bantamweight. I know he really wants to fight a bantamweight, but he keeps getting offered fights at featherweight. But you know what, we're going to pick him. He's only a bit of an underdog, and only 23% of people are picking him. Let's go with Brian Kelleher. JP Buys versus Cody Durham. Cody Durham really thought he could beat Mohamed Makayev. Absolutely not. But I'm going to pick him to win this one, because JP Buys, is he the one that got dropped like 4 times in one fight? Yeah, he ain't winning. Julian Piver versus Sergey Morozov. I know Piver is coming off the loss to Sean O'Malley, and Morozov is coming off the loss to Douglas Silva de Andrade. Morozov also lost to Habib's cousin as well. Sad times for him. But I don't know who we're going to go with, lads. I think I might edge Piver on this one. He's a slight underdog. Morozov showed great improvements in his last fight in the stand-up. Got a knockdown over De Silva Andrade. Got submitted after he got dropped a few times. That was in Texas, I believe, 271. But I'm going to pick Piver in this one. Okay, was this guy on the Contender Series? Because I recognise him. Was he on the Contender Series? Hang on, let me search him up. Well, I don't know how I'm going to search him up because he's got about 50 letters in his name, so I have no clue how I'm going to remember it. Oh, okay, lads. I know you can't see that. He's 28 and he's got 46 professional fights. He beat Soriano in his last fight. I remember that. I watched that one, I believe, because Soriano's like 0-6 in the UFC or something like that. He's fought. I mean, you lot can't see this on screen because I'm on Tapology right now and I'm only sharing one screen. But TJ Brown, you know what? Let's go Shailan. Who cares? Got Carlos Ulberg versus Tafon in Chukiwi. I've really not been convinced by Carlos Ulberg in the UFC, lads, if I'm honest. I'm going to go with Tafon in Chukiwi. Why is it the card of the weird, like, not weird, I don't want to offend anyone if you've got these last names. Like the uncommon last names. I know it probably is in their country, but I'm not from that country. So yeah, hopefully I'm not cancelled, even though no one's going to watch this, so who's going to cancel me? Chris Curtis versus Rodolfo Vieira. Rodolfo Vieira, another hype train that got derailed. I think it was by Fluffy Hernandez who's got derailed. Chris Curtis in the UFC 2-0, 2 knockouts. I picked both the opponents that he faced to win on the fights he's fought them. Brendan Allen and who he fought this weekend, didn't he? Phil Hawes. We're going to go with Chris Curtis on this one, lads. Chris Curtis. Do I even need to say why I'm going to pick this man? He's on this card. I've talked about him loads already. Umar Nurmagomedov is going to win the fight by whatever he wants. Thiago Moises versus Christos Giagos. He's coming off the loss to... I've closed down the tab now. Shuriken, whatever his name is. Shuriken, that's like something you throw in it. And Moises coming off the loss to Joel Alvarez. Before that is Lomachenko. We're going to go Thiago Moises in this one. He's beaten higher competition, got more... Well, I can't really say he's got more experience because Giagos has fought great people as well, but I think Thiago Moises gets the edge in this one. Lads, I'm not going to lie. I know he's coming off the loss to Parker Porter. I do recognise the name, but I have no clue who I think will win. Let's go with Alan. Alan! Neil Magny versus Shavkat Rakhmonov. Now this one's a great fight. Good job, Mick Maynard. Sean Shelby on this one. But we're going to go with Shavkat for obvious reasons. And of course the main event we're going to go with Arman, but I'm going to explain why in a second. Neil Magny, absolute veteran. But Shavkat Rakhmonov has got no weak areas that we know of yet. Maybe he does. Maybe Neil Magny will expose those weak areas. But I'm going to go with Shavkat on this one. Arman Shuriken will be Matthias Gamrot. Matthias Gamrot is a really good fighter. Look at the odds, right? Shuriken is a -250 favourite. Gamrot's shown real promise so far in the UFC, so that's like showing how good Shuriken is. Coming to win Joel Alvarez. Before that, he actually beat Giagos by first round knockout. So the one thing people used to say about him before those fights was he's boring, goes to decisions, bang, 2 knockouts in a row, especially this one. He got the knockdown and followed up with a finish. He's mainly known for a wrestler, and he's got solid striking as well. So then, lads, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy, we'll submit our picks. Smash a like, subscribe down below, and yeah, have a good one, boys.